This is Introduction to Music Production and the Week 4 assignment. My name is Jeff Tollefson. I'm a music director currently living in Quito, Ecuador. I'm going to be discussing how to ride the fader in Logic Pro 10, a very useful technique, especially for vocalists. The lesson objectives are to explain the purpose of riding the fader and what that is, to demonstrate a practical setting, and to demonstrate an edit in Logic in a specific section of music. So here we are in Logic, and our practical setting takes us inside the high school classroom, where a couple of my students had a project in where they needed to create a contemporary recording. They chose to do Gravity by Sarah Bareilles, and a DAW is just a really great educational tool that allows them to graphically visualize and also hear what they did and be able to assess themselves on that. So the first thing that we can see here that's pretty obvious is that they recorded the piano very loud and the vocal part perhaps not loud enough. And so the obvious things that we can do here is we can lower the piano, we can raise the lead vocal, we can do both. But what we're going to demonstrate right now is we can also ride the fader. And the purpose of riding the fader is to keep a perceived volume of the performance a little bit more balanced. And especially when you have a vocalist and a young vocalist, when you're singing, certain phrases and certain syllables might pop out, so to speak, a little bit more than others. And riding the fader allows you to be able to balance that a little bit more. So we're just going to automate now by pressing A or here, and we're going to move the piano down. And we'll go up here to the lead vocal, move it up, and now we're ready to ride the fader. So we're going to change read to touch. Okay, same thing here. Make sure this is set at volume. I'm going to solo this track so I can just concentrate on the vocal performance, and then I'm going to keep my mouse button on this fader as we're going so that I can smooth out this area right here.
You hold me without touch. You keep me without chains. I've never wanted anything so much than to drown in your love and not feel your rain.
So you can see all I did here is just make some nice little curves, some little dips right here. Now it's not too exact, it's just okay. And you know, riding the fader takes some practice to do. There's another option that we can do when riding the fader, and that's we can change here to the pencil tool. Let's make this vocal track just a little bit bigger so that we can see. And we can do our automation also this way by just tracing the vocal line. And by doing this, what we're doing is just following the vocal's natural rise and fall, especially that one right there, so that we can get a little bit more of an even and definitely more exact performance than what I just did manually.